So, welcome to my class. Today I am going to discuss what is data mining and basics of data mining. At the end of this class, you will be having clear idea what is data mining and why it is useful, especially for artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, let us start with the topic what is data mining. Okay. So, first let us look at some facts. Okay. So nowadays there is explosive growth of data from terabytes, which is 1000 to power 4, to yottabytes, which is 1000 to power 8. Then there is lot of data collection being done through different mechanisms. And nowadays, due to low cost storage devices, there is lot of availability of data. Then there are lot of automated data collection tools, database systems, webs, and many things. Let us take an example. You all have seen that whenever we do any transaction in ATMs, we swipe the ATM and then put some details and then either check balance or everything. Now, whatever we are doing in ATM is collected as a data. And just imagine there are thousands and thousands of ATMs across the world, and there are several million transactions per day on these ATMs. Plus, if you add online transactions as well, so lot of data is being generated. So now when we are collecting the data, we must have some mechanism or some way by which we can extract some useful information from this data. And this is where data mining comes. Let us move ahead. Then we will discuss more on data mining. What are major sources of abundant data? Means what are major sources where data is collected? So if we talk about business, so there are this your web, e-commerce, transactions, stocks. Okay, whenever we even browse any item on Amazon or Flipkart or any other system, it collects our data in form of logs. So lots and lots of data is being generated in science, bioinformatics, scientific simulation, medical research, in society, in every nowadays in every society there is a visitor record which is generally online. Then we are collecting lot of information through digital cameras, and then video cameras are installed all over in most of the organizations. So now when we are collecting these data, there should be a purpose, and purpose is that we should get some information from this data. So whenever data is large, and we have to mine it, extract the information, and then we can make certain decisions. So something, this is a very brief introduction of data mining. Means mining the data and coming up with useful information. Okay, let us start with a question: why data mining? So the answer is written in this slide, that we are data rich but information poor. What does this mean? Means we have collected lot of data, but we have very little information in compared to data. So here, and this is because we are not applying techniques of data mining on our data. And if we continue to do that, we will be data rich but information poor. So if you have to be information rich, you have to apply data mining. So the answer why is data mining? Because we need to be information rich. Okay. Then why data mining? Second answer is automated analysis of massive data sets. Suppose we are recording videos on railway stations, but for in order to view 1 hour of video recording of one camera, we need 1 hour. If human has to extract information from that video, so this is not possible. And in a small setup like in our university, we have more than 200 cameras installed. Means in 1 hour we are recording 200 hours of video. So we have to come up with a method which can do automated analysis of these massive data sets. So the answer is data mining. Then I'm again coming back to the basic question, what is data mining? So in the previous slide we have already studied that if we extract useful data from useful knowledge from data using methods, then this whole process is known as data mining. So this slide is going to answer the same question but in a different way. So here we are saying that data mining means discovering knowledge from the data, which means extraction of interesting interesting patterns or knowledge from huge amount of data. So what are these interesting patterns? These interesting patterns are non-trivial, implicit, previously unknown, and potentially useful. Okay, so that is all you can say when anybody asks what is data mining. So in a nutshell, you can say that knowledge discovery from data. Okay, what are alternative names which are given to data mining? So alternative names are knowledge discovery in databases. Simply in short form, it is written as KDD. Then knowledge extraction is another alternate name of data mining. Then data pattern analysis. This is also secondary name of data mining. Then data archaeology. So archaeology is something when we mine something and come up with some historical thing. So here is data archaeology. Then one more name is data dredging. Information harvesting. This is also a name which is taken anonymous with this synonymous with data mining. And then very common term used nowadays is business intelligence. So these all are data mining. See, in this slide I am going to discuss what are applications of data mining. So data analysis and decision support. Okay, this is very important application of data mining. Okay, so like if I have to do data analysis from lot of data from Amazon. Suppose I am manager at Amazon, or somebody is manager at Amazon. So what he will do, there are thousands and thousands of rows of data generated per hour. Okay, and suppose I want to find out how many items are browsed more but purchased less, and and suppose I need answer to this question. Then we have to do data analysis, and this data analysis will be done using data mining, which performs certain steps and come up with list of items, that these items people are interestingly seeing it but they are not buying it. So now management can come up with some decision that if you buy these items, we will give them discount or some cashback, or if you buy this item along with some item. So whatever is what I mean to say is that after doing data mining, we can make or we can support our decision with proper facts, which is not otherwise not possible. Okay, then market analysis and management. You have to do market analysis and management of your market, which is target marketing, customer relationship management, which is also known as, in short it is known as CRM. Then market basket analysis, cross selling, market segmentation. These are very famous applications of data mining. Without data mining, these are not possible. And nowadays, where every business is backed up by some kind of e-commerce or some kind of app, you have to do data analysis in order to make decisions. So one more application is risk analysis and management of that risk when you have already analyzed the risk. Okay, so you can do data mining to do risk analysis. Okay, so risk analysis is something we have when we identify the risk of doing or risk of taking some decision. Suppose I increase the price, then we have to forecast whether what will happen to the buying pattern or what will happen to overall sales, whether customer will be retained or they will move to some other our competitor. Okay, quality control, competitive analysis, and everything comes under this, and this is not possible without data mining, or it is possible then effectively, means more effectively in less time and with more precision, it is possible by data mining. So this is one of the most important used application of data mining. Then fraud detection is one of the areas where data mining is very much used. Okay, so in fraud detection what happens is, we understand the pattern of customers. Okay, suppose in a credit card, suppose if somebody is doing pattern analysis of my credit card, so the system can understand uh, certain things, that I use credit card during this time from this area. Okay, and suppose generally I do transactions on credit card from morning 8 o'clock to evening 8 o'clock, and suddenly if I try to make a purchase uh, around 2 or 3 in the morning, and that too from a location which I have not done any purchase earlier. Okay, so it can detect unusual patterns and block my transaction before fraud actually happens. So this is very important use of data mining. Before that, what happens? Fraud used to happen. Then we used to find trails, and then find out who are the culprits, and it was a long process. So now fraud detection can be done. Fraud can actually be stopped, where bank can ask additional details if unusual pattern is observed. So this is also a very important application, which is otherwise if you do not use data mining and automated systems, this is not possible, or effectively not possible. Other applications are text mining, where we analyze the text and come up with some decisions. Like nowadays, this thing is trending, that thing is trending, we usually hear, and this is done by doing text mining. He is trending, or that hashtag is trending, and something like that. This is possible through text mining. Okay, in email you will generally see, if you are using a Gmail ID, and I am very sure that 90% of the people are using Gmail ID or some other, even if you are using some other email ID, you will see that your emails are categorized into updates, spam, and other things. Okay, and this is done by text mining, which is otherwise we have to do. We as a user will have to categorize, and where we can lose useful emails over other emails. Okay, then web mining is something where we use automated systems or text mining across other web pages, which Google does. When you do some search, it does web mining and come up with useful information. Then is stream data mining, bioinformatics, and biodata analysis, and everything is application of data mining. Okay, so market analysis and management. Now the question arises, where does this data comes from using which we have to do market analysis and management? So answer is, data comes from credit card transactions, loyalty card, discount coupons, customer complaint cards, surveys, etc. List is large. Then target modeling, marketing is a term where we so I'm giving an example of target marketing. All of us watch YouTube. So what happens? It shows different kind of ads to different persons. Like suppose you are into education, so it will show you ads which are relevant to you. Okay, so this is known as target marketing. Unlike television marketing, which shows the ad irrespective of who is watching it. So this is, so your TV ad is example of marketing, and your YouTube ad is example of target marketing. So which kind of marketing is more effective? Answer is target marketing, because we target the customers, and we try to show our product to those customers who are potential buyers. Okay, so this target marketing involves certain steps which are written, you can see in the slide. And these step is find cluster of customers. Clusters means group of customer who share same characteristics like interest, income, spending habits. Okay, so suppose if you are targeting a customer who has an earning power of 50K, then you will make a cluster of those customers who either earn 50K or spend 50K on uh, a different on in the buying of different items. Okay, so spending habits, income level, everything is analyzed, and we make a cluster of those customers, and then we determine their purchasing patterns over a time. Okay, suppose somebody has just purchased a television, then we will not show him advertisement of television. We will show him advertisement of all those items which may be required if you are using a television. Okay, like wireless headphones. Okay, like we can sell that customer Fire TV stick and other things. Okay, so this was just an example where we do target marketing using data mining. Then one more technique which is used in market analysis and management, means this is data mining technique, is cross market analysis. What is cross market analysis? Associations and correlations between product sales and predict based on such association. So what is the association? Suppose customer who buys computer A usually buys software B. Okay, so in this what we do, like I have given you example. Suppose a person buys a cricket bat. Okay, so we will not try to sell them badminton racket. Okay, because it is not associated with your cricket bat. So what we will try to sell them? We will try to sell them helmets. We will try to sell them a leather ball. We will try to sell them those cricket net. Okay, so cross market analysis is we have to find association between different items. Okay, and if a certain item is purchased, then we can propose other cross associated items, and we have to present it in front of customers. Okay, see, I have opened the browser of Amazon in front of you. Okay, so here you can see that trending deals. Okay, so they are, why it is showing me these deals? Because some festival is near, which is Diwali, and they have done some data mining where they have seen that if you give some certain deals, like this is of 650 and they are giving in 94, and this is 830, they are giving 94, means these deals are successful during pre-Diwali days. Okay, then there are due to COVID, they are also giving these things. Okay, so this is known as marketing analysis and research and cross market analysis. Okay, let me click on something. Okay, suppose I have clicked on today's deals. Okay, so it is showing me some deals which might interest me. Suppose I click on this book, then, and if I click on this book, okay, let's see what it is going to see. Since I have clicked on a Hindi book, it has done cross market analysis, and it is recommending me that these are more items which can interest you. See, all these are Hindi and preferably Premchand. Okay, so this was a good example of, see, cross market analysis. Okay, so market analysis also does customer requirement analysis, means which are the best products for different customers. Like in the previous example, it has shown me certain products, and predict what factors will attract new customers. Like the case of Diwali thing, that it is giving certain discounts on products which are highly sellable pre-Diwali. Okay, it has done from its previous 5-6 years data, and now they are giving these discounts. Then multi-dimensional summary reports and statistical summary information. These are important terms. Don't get into the details, because this will be taught to you in higher semester. The purpose of this subject is to make you aware of important terms used in artificial intelligence. Okay, so just to reback, we can do fraud detection by finding outliers. Then we can do financial planning by comparing resources and expenditure, and this is knowledge discovery from data. Okay, this if you focus on this diagram, you have a database where you have collected the data, then that is given to data warehouse, and then doing certain then some data cleaning and thing is done, and then we apply data mining and come up with certain knowledge. Okay, and this knowledge is very useful in making decisions. Okay, so that was all in today's lecture, and we'll come up with some other in other lectures. So if you have any issues, you can write to me, you can contact to me on my email ID with your questions. I will revert back. So that is all for today. Thank you.